Hello everyone, this will probably be the final video for Pokemon Eternity since the development has stopped. The other coders decided to quit, so I can't really do this on my own. So I'll just kind of go through the different things that we added. Hopefully someone else will be interested enough to help out with this. So basically this is the login screen, pretty much the same as it has been. The only difference is I've added a built-in patcher as well as a login queue in the instance we would ever have to limit how many people would be connected. That way people wouldn't be hammering the login server. So here we go. Also, there is a loading bar, just kind of testing purposes at this point, just to kind of gauge where you're at in the client. Some maps can be slow to load, so it just depends on how big they are. Alright, so this would be where you'd start off, at least the testing town. There's 3 levels of zoom. This would probably be the default for most people, since it's not as close as this one, and I think this would be a little bit too far for most people. This is more like the games, I guess. So there's also jumping. I've also added tabs to the game. What this does is allows us to pretty much condense a lot of information into one window. So for instance with chat, it's pretty nice. So you'd have separate tabs. Each tab would have their own settings, for instance. So you can limit it to only show whispers or party or guild chat, or even more specifically with channels, you could specifically only have trade showing for one tab. That way you can kind of filter your different messages from different channels. So it's kind of neat. Next, I'll show you the new summary screen. This is a lot smaller than our previous one. It looks a lot better, and it also follows the skin theme that we have around the borders, which would actually be changeable. I had added a customized skin folder. That way people could add their own skins if they wanted to. But yeah, pretty easy. A lot of different monster information here. This was actually for the skill screen. You would have 6 skills as opposed to the 4 in the game. And for instance, in the games, when you would try to learn like a move that you couldn't, or if you wanted to add a technical machine skill, you would either have to delete a skill or replace a skill, that sort of thing. With this, it would be put into a saved list, and at any time you could replace a current skill. So it'd be a one-time thing. So this way you wouldn't at least lose the skill forever. You'd just kind of have it on standby. So that was kind of nice. Let's see here. So that was pretty much it, at least for the summary screen. Most of the information from the games would be in here. So next, as you can see, the party screen. This would be for kind of maybe 5-6 people groups. You'd get bonuses for fighting together. You'd be able to see what map each other is on. This little head here would change. So if you were to meet someone in game, for instance, this would kind of update with their head portrait. That way, I don't know, you kind of tell a little bit better. Just looks better than just having text for lines. And then this globe would have opened up the map and kind of shown you where on the map they were. So obviously you could invite people or leave. If you were the group leader, you could disband the groups. So that's pretty much it. You could also minimize stuff. It's kind of nice. This would be the hotbar. You could put Pokemon on it if you want to just kind of release them. You could put items on it as a trainer. Throw a Pokeball. So yeah, that was pretty much that. The Pokédex, pretty much the same as you guys saw in the screenshots. Kind of click on the different ones here. It's pretty nice. You would also have a scan ability, where if you would right click on a Pokemon that you haven't seen or caught or something, you could right click on it, click scan, and then it would take a second, and then it would show you. So kind of a cool little thing there. That way, like in the games, you would have to, it would automatically update, but with this, you'd actually manually have to do it, put some work into it. Bag, pretty much the same. I think we've kind of shortened it last time you guys have seen it. Has multiple pages if you have a ton of items. It's pretty cool. And the money is shown here. Instead of having to open up your trainer card every time, it'd be there too. So easy. Next, I did the quest journal. Pretty easy. You'd have the quest title. You'd have some objectives like collecting money. You can abandon it if you wanted to. So yeah, I pretty much started on that. This would be the friends and ignore list. Pretty much the same as the party, kind of, at least the layout anyway. Tell if people are online, offline. Yep. This would be the guild. So you'd have the roster here. You'd be able to tell when they were last on, where they were, their names. You'd also have rank control, so you'd be able to, for instance, say, well, I guess you can't really change the guildmaster privileges because that'd be dumb, but you could, for instance, say your officers, you'd be able to want to kick people or demote people, set message of the day, that sort of thing. So a lot of customization, at least for guild. So each rank would have their own permissions, obviously. What else? We did add a settings menu. You'd be able to adjust the screen resolution, be able to allow like laptops to play at their native resolution. I think the highest we'd allow is like 1440 by 900 or something like that. Yeah, we don't want to go too big that way. It's just way too slow. And sound, you'd be able to control the different sound effects or background music. This one would be for the GUI sounds. PM boxes was something I added. Basically, a little box would pop up if you would have this on. Kind of lets you organize your private messages, so if you're talking to a lot of people, you'd be able to do that. Minimize wasn't finished on it, but you can kind of get the idea. Let's see here, you'd be able to change your skin there, weather when we'd have it up. You'd be able to change controls here. So if you wanted to change your hotkeys, you'd be able to do that. So it's pretty nice. So a lot of the things were the same as well. For instance, recall. Releasing, you can drag now. Just drag where you want it to go. That's pretty cool. So you could also make it follow you again. Also, we did have like primary battle and stuff like that. So obviously you'd have, for instance, this Rattata pop up. You could take your Charmander. And also we had, for this hotbar up here, each Pokemon will get their own hotbar. You can put your skills or items on it. So this would be Scratch. How you do battle is you could use your middle mouse button to kind of scroll through the skills, and then it'd kind of tell you which one on the screen. So this would be Scratch. And you'd have Ember. And when a Pokemon would take damage, a little hotbar, or I guess health bar, would pop up. And if you defeat him, there was like 4 different ways the feint could happen. He could just lay down, he could run away, just a lot of different things. So it's pretty cool. We also had a rudimentary capture system thing set up as well. So let me just get these guys out of the way. Alright. So they'd automatically reject a ball if they were full health, so you can't just spam hoping to get something. So oops, ran out of Pokeballs. Alright. I didn't capture it. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing the progress of this as it has gone by in the years. So sucks that it come to an end like this when we were pretty much close to start filling up the content, since most of the game engine was done except for a few bugs here and there, so not everything is complete. I think there's still an issue, yeah, where like some buttons would go behind others, but that's pretty much it. I think it's just a layering issue we need to go through. I think there's still a small inconsistency between the server and client collision. As you can see, kind of repels you a bit. So, hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, I guess if there's no more videos, thanks everyone for staying by us. Thanks.